2019 BMW 4 Series Review. The 2019 BMW 4 Series remains a premier sport luxury car, however its rivals are merely as compelling. BMW's good reputation for making world-class sport coupes and convertibles is hard-earned. The automaker practically invented the segment decades ago, having its 2002 and therefore the 2 or 3 Series. It's led those ever since. 5 years ago, BMW redesigned the 2 or 3 Series coupe and convertible and rechristened it the 4 Series. Today's 2019 BMW 4 Series has constantly delivered the performance, poise and refinement of their predecessor. As such, some series can be quite a bit of everything to everyone. It's more civilized over a true performance car, no cramped interior or bone-jarring highway ride here, yet more sporting when compared to a mainstream family car. The 4 Series supplies a satisfying balance of comfort, capability and technology. One of us stated it best in his test notes: the 4 Series favors maturity over exuberance. For 2019, the 4 Series turns a number of previously optional features into standard equipment, better to keep pace with redesigned rivals that now run fully astride with tempting offerings of their very own. But while useful, there are minor details that will not give a few series any particular edge. In a category BMW once so thoroughly dominated, several series is not an automatic pick. Audi, Mercedes-Benz, and also Chevrolet and Ford offer compelling coupes and convertibles. So, your competition has grown stronger, but that will not detract from the 4 Series' inherent excellence. What's new? For 2019, the BMW 4 Series features a better gauge cluster. New standard features include parking sensors, a navigation system along with a one-year subscription to Apple CarPlay. While the 440 6-cylinder power is intoxicating, the 430i will hit the sweet location for most buyers. Its turbo 4-cylinder is usually a strong performer in its own right, as well as the money it can save can go toward desirable options, for example the convenience package, heated seats, blind spot warning, or even the driving assistance package, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, low-speed automatic emergency braking. Trim levels and features. The 2019 BMW 4 Series can be obtained as a coupe or convertible by 50% trims, 430i or 440i, that differ mostly by engine type. The 430i is powered by the turbocharged 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, even though the 440i relies on a turbocharged 3.0-litre 6-cylinder engine, 326 horsepower and 332 lb-ft. All 4 Series models include an 8-speed automatic transmission and rear-wheel drive, though a 6-speed manual is optional while using coupe. BMW's X-Drive all-wheel drive method is also offered for an option. Standard 430i features include 18-inch wheels, automatic LED headlights, a sunroof coupe, heated side mirrors, auto-dimming mirrors, automatic wipers, selectable drive modes, cruise control, a rear-view camera, parking sensors, and emergency notification, roadside assistance and remote services, including smartphone app treating some car functions. Convertible designs have a power-operated retractable hardtop that has a removable wind deflector. Inside you can find dual-zone automatic climate control, simulated leather upholstery, power-adjustable front sports seats, 402040 split-folding rear seats, tilt-handless coping controls, ambient cabin lighting, BMW's iDrive infotainment system with navigation as well as an 8.8-inch display, Apple CarPlay annual subscription, along with a 9-speaker audio system which has a CD player, HD radio and also a USB input. The 440i adds keyless entry and ignition, upgraded leader leather, and also a premium 16-speaker Harman Kardon surround sound system with satellite radio. These are offered as choices on the 430i. Notable options include adaptive headlights, an adaptive sport suspension, premium leather upholstery, heated front seats, a surround view camera system, and also a wireless device charging pad. Additional security measures and driver aids include blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, low-speed automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, and adaptive cruise control. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically also comes in multiple versions which are fundamentally similar. The S in this particular review derived from our full test on the BMW 430i Coupe Turbo 2.0 litres inline-4, 6-speed manual transmission, RWD. Driving. If the mission statement would have been to create a coupe that's tough to fault, then BMW has been doing a solid job. Only absence of outright straight-line acceleration and nimbleness might be noted as deficits. Even so, the botch on the 430i's performance causes it to be a competent, safe and engaging driving partner. Acceleration. The 430i isn't creating a lot of power, so an instant getaway requires bringing engine RPM close to 3,500 revolutions per minute and quickly letting the clutch with full throttle. With tall gearing and simply 248 horsepower, getting from 060 miles per hour takes 6.2 seconds. Don't be prepared to outrun many family sedans or SUVs. Braking. The brake pedal feels a little on the light side but always effectively communicates what you're doing. The brakes respond with full confidence in the city or on the challenging road, and during panic stops these people were very consistent. We also noted good stability. Steering. Steering weight depends around the drive mode, with Comfort and Eco Pro supplying the lighter weighting, while Sport and Sport Plus add a proper amount of heft. The steering's accuracy and directness are best for a luxury coupe, plus the thick M Sport tyre feels good with you. Handling. This is just not a fancy car, but the 4 Series excels on flowing roads best for high speeds and acquits itself well even inside comfort setting. Sport mode firms inside the dampers nicely, but Sport Plus seems away from character to the car. The optional summer tires grip sufficiently. Drivability. It's far better to know beforehand that this coupe prioritizes comfort and composure over outright speed and pace. The clutch travel is long but smooth, and also the gear shift isn't to become rushed. Ample, smooth power can be obtained at higher RPM, nevertheless the car can feel a tad flat at lower speeds. Comfort. A lot retreats into making the 430i a fantastic choice for covering long and interesting distances, though the way your vehicle takes care of their passengers might be the biggest reason. The sport seats aren't that sporty, and also the car isn't exceptionally quiet, however it's a nice place being for hours during a period. Seat comfort. Sport seats are thin car's M Sport package, but they are far from aggressive and can be disappointing in the event that's what you're after. They are heated although not cooled, along with the seat bottoms border on being a little flat. The rear seats present an astonishing level of comfort as soon as you get in them. Ride comfort. BMW has this pretty much dialed in support of the Sport Plus setting seems from character for that car. Comfort and Eco Pro provide excellent composure at button and freeway speeds, while Sport mode has decent body control when driving within the auto's limits. Sport Plus is simply too firm and seems outside of place. Noise and vibration. The engine note is often a bit nondescript, nonetheless it says lots about how well road and wind noise is muted within the cabin. Road noise can largely be chalked nearly the run-flat tires. Hum on the engine is constant yet not unwelcome or unpleasant at elevated speeds. Climate control. Automatic dual-zone climate control is standard and effective with thanks to the traditional high-mounted and nicely sized vents. Rear passengers get their own center console-mounted vents, then there is plenty of airflow to serve. Interior. The 430i was put in place with driving peace of mind in mind, on account of a high level of adjustability and extremely good pedal placement and ergonomics. Getting into the automobile in a tight spot is the one other story, and backseat passengers need reassurance they can be in and out from the first place. Ease of usage. BMW's iDrive goes far toward decluttering the lining while still giving the driver with information and control in the infotainment and also a multitude of vehicle settings. It takes serious amounts of explore, but once learned it is second nature. Other controls are fairly straightforward. Getting and escaping. Since it is a coupe, the doors are long, so tight parking spots makes it tough to be in and out with grace. The extending seatbelt arm is appreciated. Getting to the spine seat doesn't seem definitely worth the effort, however, there is space for adults whenever they make it. Still, some may need help escaping. Driving position. As this is really a true coupe, you sit lower along with your legs outstretched. Even so, the generously telescoping wheel can make it easy to obtain comfortable. The M Sport Leader feels great inside hands. The shifter falls watchily to hand along with the iDrive is nicely isolated. It's easy to use but never within the way. Roominess. Not exactly a tight coupe, there's adequate room all around for both driver and front passenger. Accommodating rear seat passengers seem improbable, but two adults can have enough room from the back seats assuming the leading occupants aren't too tall. Visibility. There's a great deal of glass, all around visibility is great, and none on the pillars are intrusive. Thanks to a full-size rear window, rearward visibility is rather good, however the higher resolution backup camera remains helpful. The slope nose helps it be difficult to judge the end in the hood. Quality. No squeaks or rattles were noted, and panel gaps inside and outside were uniform. There's high-quality leather about the seats and tyre, yet about the sides from the transmission tunnel there's coarse, hard plastic where your knee rests. It stands outside in an otherwise upscale interior. Utility. No one buys a coupe with practicality under consideration, nevertheless the 430i is large enough to get a decent-sized trunk. It's better at accepting longer items than larger ones, though, on account of the split-folding rear seats along with the short trunk opening. Interior storage is sparse, but there is space with the essentials. Small item storage. There are cup holders forward on the shifter along with a small rubberized tray just looking at those that should have to hold most small items. The center console is mainly consumed with a cell phone holder, but it really can fit sunglasses. The door pockets are sizable but tricky to reach while driving. Cargo space. The trunk is very generous and clear of obstructions, but the body styling restricts the size with the trunk lid and prevents certain large objects that can otherwise fit within the trunk from squeezing over the opening. Rear seats make use of a versatile 402/040 split-folding layout. Child safety seat accommodation. Latch anchors are clearly marked and easily accessible for the rear seats, but acquiring a car seat back there will probably definitely try taking a little creativity. Moving the leading seats forward requires 2 steps with separate controls for tilt and slide, so every child's seat is loaded in, it's very likely to stay there. Technology. Entry-level luxury cars can adopt the pay-to-play mentality with options, and also the 430i isn't too different, with optional navigation and Apple CarPlay. iDrive is well sorted currently and can be a thoroughly modern strategy to explore the technology, but Android users are from luck. Audio and navigation. The standard audio technique is quite good, as well as the graphics around the 8.8-inch display do understand and detailed. Smartphone integration. CarPlay comes standard for 2019 but requires a continuous subscription. Android Auto isn't available. Basic USB connectivity is provided with a dash-mounted port or even a second port within the center console alongside the device holder. Bluetooth phone and audio connection is fast and simple. Driver aids. Stability and traction control may be slackened in Sport Plus or fully disabled. ABS incorporates brake fade compensation, brake drying and brake standby in addition to BMW's cornering brake control CBC that is great for emergency braking in the event it happens while turning. A rear view camera is standard.